The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody. He's a macho. Savage, you're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com. The best in the business. So say it, the macho.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the Ugandan Giant Kamala. And that's my story.
You can hear words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done is by using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. This is Flunever Sean, the other half of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. With the Trash, 7 to 10. Tuesday nights, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the Animal. One half of the world famous take in the Road Warriors. Listen to them. If you know what's good for you, listen to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. Hulk, what do you got to say about Trash Talking Radio?
Well, I gotta say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch, because what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
It is times like these that the world needs heroes and entertainment, and with that I give you the greatest live talk show known to mankind. With inflation being at its highest points, we need someone to show us the ways of good taking on evil, and someone who has the heart of Snow White and the strength of Thor. He, along with his sidekicks Trash's mate, also known as Trish, Trash's babe, known as Ashley, they will fight crime and make the world right once again. Please welcome me in a round of applause for the vital idol class C Mike Trash. You may all be seated. Thank you.
It is Trash Talking Radio, Tuesday night, the best night of the week, and here I am, a solo today. So, I don't know if that's solo by design or solo by, I don't know what it is, it's solo. I know I'm solo, so low. So, it's, anyway, I'm here, and I'm glad you're there. I'm trying to figure out what they changed. Well, first off, the reason I'm late, I do have a good reason for being late. The reason I'm late is I had to change my password, and when I went to log on, I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't start the stream. When it wouldn't start the stream because I didn't change the password on the software for the show. So, silly me, trying to figure it all out, and so I kind of got screwed up because I was trying to figure out why in the world it would not do it. So I'm here now, and I hope you're here, and what I'm trying to do now is, let's see here, darn it, it wants to switch my, oh, freaking A. See, I've been doing this, oh, this might be it. Nope, that's not it either. How did I do that? Did they change something on here? I think they did. I think they changed something It won't let me share it to my pages. That would suck if that's the truth. But I can't seem to switch this over. I don't know why it won't let me switch it. Why won't it let me switch? Okay, if I switch it, will it let me change? All right, let me see. Boom. Says the content's not available. Why? All right. All right, well, I guess we're not going to get all the normal places I make this because it's telling me I can't do it. So, okay, we'll go to the show and we'll just deal with it. So I had to change everything around on it because, you know, it's kind of stupid like that. Anyway. All right, anyway. Hello, Ann. And I see there's other people in the chat room too, but I don't know who it is. You can all hide if you want. I got a good show, I think. A lot of deaths this week. So, kind of strange. But, and I have a couple scammers that I'm working, that are, that I'm trying to scam a little bit. And I got a lot of weird things going on, so we're just going to get right to it. How about that? So, let's see. I did have an agenda, too. Oh, and I started writing a new TV show, a comedy based on the shenanigans that we had when we were in Florida. And I started talking to some people about playing parts, and some of the people that are playing, that I want to play the parts, are the real people that were in the thing as I did it. So that's kind of neat. But here we go. Let's see. I want to make sure I do things in the right order. So I guess since we have 5 deaths, only one of us made any points on those 5 deaths, and they didn't make a lot of points. So we'll start out with the 5 deaths. And I went through a lot of hassle to do this one video. I did this one video 5 times. And YouTube 4 times said I had copyright infringements and that I couldn't play it. So I went through and had to redo it because of that. And it really sucks because these 5, the 5 times that I did that, took a lot of time each time that I did it. And the way I did it originally was awesome. It was a great, it's the last one I'm going to do, so I'll tell you more about it when we get to it. But we did do, we have 5 of them. Where am I going to start since we got so many of them? I could do them backwards. Let's see here. I don't want to do that one. That's one I want to do last. Okay. And I actually got some pretty good stuff here, considering. I think I'll start with the guy I knew least about. He actually was the last death that we ran into. So since I knew the least about him, I couldn't do as much on his video because I didn't have a lot of time to research him. But the guy's name is Steve Harwell, and I don't know anything about him except that he was with Smash Mouth. So here's his video. Oh, I didn't check the audio on this, by the way, so hopefully it's
Steve
all working.
Harwell. Born January 9th, 1967. Died September 4th, 2023. Steve Harwell, the lead vocalist of the band Smash Mouth, has been a charismatic and enduring figure in the world of alternative rock and pop music. Born on January 9th, 1967, in Santa Clara, California, Harwell's journey through the music industry is marked by his distinctive voice, energetic performances, and the band's signature blend of catchy melodies and playful lyrics. Harwell's early musical influences shaped his passion for music. He formed Smash Mouth in 1994, alongside guitar.
By the way, in case you were wondering who Smash Mouth is, they did the All-Star song. Hey, you're a rock, or you're an all-star. I don't know the rest of it, but he was known for that, and he was known for Walkin'. No, what was the other one? He had 2 big hits, but that was one of them. It was the All-Star song. Everybody knows that All-Star song because It was overplayed very much so.
Guitarist Greg Camp, bassist Paul DeWile, and drummer Kevin Coleman. The band quickly gained recognition in the San Jose music scene, fusing elements of rock, ska, and punk to create their unique sound. Smash Mouth's breakthrough came in 1997 with their debut album, Fush You Mang, which included the hit single Walkin' on the Sunday.
Walkin' on the Sunday.
This song's infectious melody and Harwell's soulful vocals introduced the band to a global audience and set the stage for their success in the late 1990s. In 1999, Smash Mouth reached new heights of fame with the release of their second album, Astro Lounge. The album featured the chart-topping single All Star, which became an anthem for a generation and earned the band widespread recognition. Harwell's distinctive voice and the song's catchy lyrics propelled it to become one of the era's most recognizable tracks. Throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s, Smash Mouth's music became synonymous with the carefree spirit of the times. Their songs, including I'm a Believer from the Shrek movie soundtrack, continued to dominate the airwaves and solidify the band's status as pop culture icons. Steve Harwell's charismatic stage presence and dynamic performances played a significant role in the band's success. His energetic live shows, often filled with humor and audience engagement, endeared him to fans and made Smash Mouth's concerts memorable experiences. Beyond their music, Steve Harwell and Smash Mouth contributed to various film soundtracks, including Mystery Men and Rat Race, further embedding their music in popular culture. In addition to his music career, Harwell has been involved in charitable work and community initiatives, using his platform to give back to those in need. In 2021, Harwell retired from Smash Mouth over physical and mental health issues. The musician, who struggled with alcoholism, was diagnosed with the heart ailment cardiomyopathy in 2013, and subsequently a neurological condition which affected his memory and speech. But his final decision to leave Smash Mouth came after he appeared intoxicated at a performance in upstate New York, where he was filmed slurring his words and yelling at the audience. Smash Mouth's longtime manager Robert Hayes confirmed to U.S. media on September 3 that the singer did not have long to live, and was being cared for by his fiancée in hospice care. We say goodbye to Steve Harwell and hopefully he is now free from pain.
Such a shame, too. He was 57. Now, that's a tough one there. I mean, I can't imagine. Like, they made so much money off of that one song, off of two of those songs, that they never ever had to work again. And they used to tour and just do things because they wanted to do it. And he got hung up on drugs and alcohol, and that really killed his career. It's such a shame. I would love to be able to destroy my career by drugs and alcohol after I make it big, but I haven't made it big yet, so I can't do that. But seriously, it's such a shame because in today's environment, that 57 is so young, and it just was a shame. All right, the next one. Geez, they're so hard to decide which one to do. I think I'll do this one next. I'm not a... Okay, I'll do... Oh, freaking A. I don't know. I'll do this one next. This one... Okay, so the reason I had to do the video like that is they are really stringent on copyright, so I wanted to put more stuff in there, but then I thought I can't do that because I put Shrek in there because of the movie. So they had the soundtrack of that movie. And by the way, every time that gets played, every time that music gets played, and every time that video gets played, they get paid. So, that's a good thing if you're a musician. And, all right, the next one I'll do is... I will do this one. Jimmy Buffett was not one of my big favorites, but I do realize...
Jimmy Buffett, born December 20...
I do realize that Jimmy Buffett was a big star. Not to me, but he was a big star. I liked him. I saw him in Atlantic City. They had a beach concert on Atlantic City, and I saw him, and I then realized I got it. I understand why everybody likes him, because he's a party band. And I learned to appreciate what he did, and how he did it. But the big appreciation is whether or not you like him, that man was a billionaire. A billionaire. A musician that's a billionaire isn't very common. But because he had so much, he owned the Margaritaville stores and he had all this. He was huge. He never had to work. He had everything anyone could ever want. Anyway, there you go.
25th, 1946, died September 1st, 2023. Jimmy Buffett, the legendary singer-songwriter and iconic figure of the laid-back, island escapism lifestyle, has captivated audiences for decades with his music, storytelling, and unwavering sense of adventure. Born on December 25, 1946, in Pascagoula, Mississippi, James William Buffett's journey through life is a colorful tapestry of music, exploration, and a commitment to living life to the fullest. Buffett's early years were marked by his love for music, working as a correspondent for Billboard magazine in Nashville before deciding to pursue a career in music full-time. He made his way to Key West, Florida, in the early 1970s, where he began crafting his unique brand of folk, country, and Caribbean-inspired tunes. In 1973, Buffett released the album, A White Sport Coat and a Pink Crustacean, which included the hit song, Why Don't We Get Drunk, and Screw, a humorous yet catchy track that would become one of his signature songs. This marked the beginning of Buffett's journey into the Margaritaville state of mind, a term he coined to describe his carefree and easygoing philosophy. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Buffett's music evolved, blending elements of rock, country, and tropical rhythms. His albums, including Changes in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes, and Son of a Sailor, produced classic songs like Margaritaville, Cheeseburger in Paradise, and Volcano. These songs resonated with fans who embraced the idea of escaping the daily grind to find paradise in their own lives. In addition to his music, Jimmy Buffett's storytelling prowess extended to the literary world. He authored several books, including Tales from Margaritaville and A Pirate Looks at 50, offering readers a glimpse into his adventures, travel experiences, and unique outlook on life. Buffett's concerts became legendary events, often referred to as Parrot Head gatherings, with fans donning Hawaiian shirts, leis, and parrot hats. His live shows, infused with an infectious sense of fun and spontaneity, attracted a dedicated and passionate following. Outside of music, Jimmy Buffett's entrepreneurial spirit led him to venture into various businesses, including his successful Margaritaville restaurant chain, which captures the essence of his laid-back lifestyle. He also launched a Margaritaville-branded merchandise empire that includes clothing, food products, and even a line of frozen margarita machines. Buffett's commitment to environmental and charitable causes is another aspect of his legacy. His efforts to protect and preserve coastal ecosystems align with his love for the sea and island life. Jimmy Buffett's enduring impact on popular culture is undeniable, and his music continues to inspire generations of fans to embrace a carefree, sun-soaked existence. His Margaritaville philosophy encourages us all to find our own slice of paradise and live life to the fullest. Mike Trash had an opportunity to see him live in Atlantic City on the beach and became a fan that day. Trash Talking Radio Show is sad at his passing.
Which is my toss at my anchor. Crowd goes along, always searching for song. Not a lawyer, deeper banker. I still be son of a son, son of a son, son of a son, like the sailor. The seas in my veins, my tradition of man. I'm just glad I'm not a trailer. The seas in my veins. I'm just a guitar player. Yeah! Thank
I mean, that's really something cool because he just walked into that bar, picked up a guitar and played. He wasn't, unless it was one of his own bars, he didn't get anything for that. But a lot of people just do it because of the art. I mean, I play a lot because of the art. And to me, it's more important to get out there and enjoy it and not be tired of it and so sick of it that you don't ever want to play again. To me, that takes all the fun out of it. And once you hit that point, it becomes a job. And I don't think that I like the idea of it being a job, to me anyway. So that was Jimmy Buffett. And Steve Harwell, the two musicians that we talked about that died. The next one is everybody knows this guy. If they don't know this guy, they will, but they should know this guy. He was
Bob Barker,
almost 100.
Born on December 12, 1923, died August 26, 2023. Bob Barker, an American television personality, game show host, and animal rights advocate, has left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. Born on December 12, 1923, in Darrington, Washington, Barker's journey through life has been a fascinating blend of early struggles, unexpected opportunities, and enduring accomplishments. Barker's path to fame was not straightforward. After serving in the U.S. Navy during World War II, he found himself drawn to broadcasting. He started his career in radio before making the leap to television, where he hosted a variety of shows, including Truth or Consequences, a game show that would become his launching pad to stardom. In 1972, Bob Barker took over the hosting duties of the popular daytime game show The Price is Right. His charismatic and engaging presence, combined with his catchphrase "Come on down," quickly turned him into a household name. Barker's long tenure as the host of the show, which spanned from 1972 to 2007, earned him a special place in the hearts of viewers and contestants alike. Beyond his entertaining hosting style, Barker's commitment to animal welfare became an integral part of his legacy. An outspoken animal rights advocate, he consistently used his platform to raise awareness about the mistreatment of animals and the importance of spaying and neutering pets. His activism led to his famous closing line on The Price is Right: "Help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered." Throughout his career, Barker received numerous awards and honors, including multiple Daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Game Show Host. His work on The Price is Right made him the face of the show for generations, and his departure in 2007 marked the end of an era. Bob Barker's philanthropic efforts extended beyond animal welfare. He supported various causes, including education and healthcare, generously donating to organizations such as his alma mater, Drury University, and the United Service Organizations, USO. Barker's influence on American television and popular culture remains palpable, with his image and legacy forever tied to The Price is Right. His engaging hosting style, philanthropic endeavors, and commitment to advocating for animals have left an enduring impact that extends far beyond the realm of television. We at the Trash Talking Radio Show pay tribute to this legend for all he stood for.
Please remember, help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody.
I don't know if there's anybody that disliked him. I remember as a kid watching him on television and thinking he was really, really cool. And so that was really something else. But, okay, the last two. We're down to the last two. And they're both wrestlers. One of them is a new wrestler and one is an old wrestler. And the new wrestler was actually one of my favorite new guys. And I really feel sad that he is dead because he was really kind of cool. He was really unique. And so I took a lot of the pictures from his Instagram. That way we could, get a feel for who he is for real, not who he is, But anyway, his name was Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. Born on May 23, 1987. Died August 24, 2023. Bray Wyatt, whose real name is Wyndham Lawrence Rotunda, is a professional wrestler hailing from a lineage of wrestling greatness. Born on May 23, 1987, in Brooksville, Florida, his father Mike Rotunda, IRS, and grandfather Blackjack Mulligan were both esteemed figures in the wrestling world. This familial connection laid the foundation for his eventual entry into the sport. Debuting in the wrestling world in 2009, Bray Wyatt initially competed in Florida Championship Wrestling, FCW, where he honed his skills in B to develop the character that would later become his trademark. It wasn't until 2012 that he would adopt the eerie and enigmatic persona of Bray Wyatt. Under this persona, Wyatt portrayed a charismatic cult leader, often speaking in cryptic riddles and drawing inspiration from various sources, including horror movies, religion, and mythology. The Firefly Funhouse and the Wyatt family became iconic elements of his character, offering a unique blend of psychological manipulation, mysticism, and charismatic mic skills. Wyatt's in-ring prowess was just as captivating as his character work. His wrestling style was intense, physical, and often showcased his agility despite his larger size. The Sister Abigail finishing maneuver became synonymous with his persona and often signaled the end of his matches. In 2013, Bray Wyatt made his main roster debut with WWE as the leader of the Wyatt family, a stable that included Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Their dark and intimidating presence immediately caught the audience's attention. The group's storylines and feuds against various WWE superstars established Wyatt as a dominant force in the wrestling world. One of Wyatt's most notable achievements came in 2017 when he won the WWE Championship, solidifying his position as a top-tier performer. His unique character, coupled with his wrestling abilities, set him apart from the traditional WWE superstar mold. Wyatt's character evolved over the years, adapting to different storylines and feuds. He continued to showcase his versatility, playing face and heel roles as needed. His dedication to his character and his willingness to fully immerse himself in his storylines earned him a dedicated fan base. On August 22, 2023, he was found dead after taking a nap in his bed. Wyatt had been taking a nap at the time, according to law enforcement records obtained by TMZ, and his fiancée, former WWE ring announcer JoJo Offerman, became worried when she heard his alarm going off an hour later without stopping. Wyatt was found in his bed not breathing and turning blue, according to the report. Offerman's mother attempted CPR while Offerman called 911. The tragic incident occurred months after Wyatt had COVID-19 and developed heart complications from it. Doctors had recommended to Wyatt that he keep a heart defibrillator with him. While it's unclear if it would have saved Wyatt's life, the defibrillator was not on him when he died, and it was later found inside his vehicle in the driveway. Our thoughts go out to the Rotunda family in their time of despair.
I really loved this quote. This was on his page. I'll read it to you. And
Terry Funk, born on June 30th, 1944,
that's not what I wanted you
died.
to do. No.
Bray Wyatt.
I want to read the...
Born on May 23, 1987.
Okay, you're not cooperating. Okay. So this quote was really interesting, and I kind of thought it was worth reading again. Okay. So the quote that I thought was really good was, "Wrestling is not a love story, it's a fairy tale for masochists. A comedy for people who criticize punchlines. A fantasy most can't understand, a spectacle no one can deny. Lines are blurred, heroes are villains, budgets are cut, business is business. But it can also be a land where dead men walk, where honor makes you elite, where demons run for office, and rock bottom is a reason to rejoice. Woo! It's an escape." I really love this quote. A reason to point the blame at anyone but yourself for 2 to 3 hours. It's an excuse to be a kid again. and nothing matters except the moment we're in. Wrestling is not a love story. It's much more. It's hope. In a world surrounded by hate, greed, and violence. A world where closure may never come, and we all know a place that has hot and cold hope on tap, for better or for worse. I thought that was awesome, and that was on his Instagram, and I thought that was really, he was only 36, and he just died. I mean, he had gotten COVID, and got a heart problem from COVID, and they gave him a defibrillator. And we don't know if he would have died or not if he had the defib with him. He had it in his car. He took a nap and he never woke up. And that just is really, I don't know, just really sad. So, yeah, it just, I'm saddened because he was so young and he had two or three kids. So it just is sad because the guy was just so young. But sometimes you just can't see things like this coming. He had been out from WWE for, I think last time he was on TV was last December, and I didn't know why he was not on TV. I was like, I didn't understand it because I didn't know if he had a contract dispute or what the reason was that he wasn't coming in. And I loved the idea that his character was so unique and so interesting. He really did a number on people. I mean, I don't think anybody realized how much his character was worth to them because he kept reinventing himself with that character, versions of that character, and he even was a face for a while. Well, kind of a face. He was kind of a good guy, but not really because he was whatever. But I mean, it just was really neat that he turned out to be this character that people were drawn to. You didn't hate him totally, but you couldn't like him because you couldn't trust him. And it was kind of a weird thing because you didn't know where he was coming from, and it was so unique that it kept people coming back for more. So I don't know. I just liked it. I liked the idea of it. I liked the I liked the whole thing. I thought it was really well done, and so it was just a shame that he had to die so young on so many levels. So, but yeah, you never know. You never know when you're going to go, and I certainly didn't know with him because he had a great interesting character, and such a shame. So, anyway, all right, here we go. All right. All right, now let's see here. Next thing. The last one, the one that hurts me the most, because he was a good friend of the show. I mean, what is going on here? Where are we at? Why are we not able to, what is going on? There is something weird. Okay, what? All right, now we got to figure this out. All right, now am I on or aren't I? It says that my feed is not, okay, there we go. Okay. Whew. I was going to say, I hope that it didn't lose my feed. All right. All right, the last one, and the one that I feel the most for, and this is the one I spent the most time on because I had to keep redoing it because Facebook was being a pain in the butt. But this one is the last of the one of the last of my childhood, I think. And he was a good friend. And anyway, all right. Yeah, what the freak is going on here with Facebook? It's not allowing people to come in to my chat room. What's going on? I don't see anybody there except me. I know you can, I think you can get on from my page. Okay, that's 8:15. So why is it not? I want to check to see if my page is still working, because people are having issues. Okay, it is. If you go to my page, you can still get on apparently. So I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, all right. It's not working. I sent you a text. Yes, I see. Huh. Okay. Well, for some reason it isn't working too, but it is working on my page. So if you go to the Vital Vital Classic Mike Trash page, it is on there. And as far as I can see, it's working because I just went to the page and I know it's there anyway. So, all right. Oops. Let's see here. Let's see. Does that work? I don't know if it works or not. Let's go. All right. The last but not least, Terry Funk. Oops. Oh, that took twice. I got it twice. Don't want it to play twice.
Terry Funk, born on June 30th, 1944, died August 23, 2023. Terry Funk, a professional wrestler known for his tenacity, innovation, and contributions to the wrestling world, has left an indelible mark on the sport. Born on June 30th, 1944, in Hammond, Indiana, Funk's wrestling journey is characterized by his fearless approach to the ring, his willingness to take risks, and his enduring legacy. Coming from a wrestling family, his father Dory Funk Sr. and brother Dory Funk Jr. were both esteemed wrestlers. Terry Funk's path into the wrestling world was almost destined. He made his professional wrestling debut in 1965 and quickly gained recognition for his rugged and brawling style, setting him apart from the traditional wrestling mold of his time. Funk's career is defined by his willingness to push boundaries and innovate within the sport. He played a significant role in popularizing hardcore wrestling, a style that involves using various objects and environments in the ring, often leading to intense and sometimes brutal matches. Funk's name became synonymous with hardcore, and his contributions helped shape the wrestling landscape. One of Funk's most iconic achievements came in 1975 when he won the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, World Heavyweight Championship. His reign, known for his classic battles against fellow legends like Jack Briscoe, solidified his place as a top-tier performer in the wrestling world. Funk's career was marked by his ability to reinvent himself. He seamlessly transitioned between various personas, ranging from the tough and rugged brawler to the unpredictable and sometimes unhinged character. His mic skills and charisma complemented his in-ring abilities, making him a captivating presence both inside and outside the squared circle. Perhaps one of Funk's most memorable moments was his retirement match against Ric Flair at the first ever Clash of the Champions event in 1989. This match, widely regarded as one of the greatest in wrestling history, showcased Funk's dedication to storytelling and his commitment to giving the audience unforgettable moments. Terry Funk's willingness to pass his knowledge and skills to younger generations is another aspect of his legacy. He mentored several up-and-coming wrestlers, contributing to the evolution of the sport and ensuring its continued growth. Despite retiring multiple times, Funk's passion for wrestling often drew him back into the ring. His comebacks became a trademark, earning him a reputation as one of the most enduring and resilient figures in professional wrestling. Throughout his career, Terry Funk received numerous accolades, including inductions into the WWE Hall of Fame and the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame. His influence on the wrestling world extends to both his in-ring performances and his willingness to adapt and innovate, shaping the sport's modern landscape. Terry Funk came on the Trash Talking Radio show numerous times. He was an awesome guest and loved the Trash Man. We at the Trash Talking Radio show salute the Funkster and mourn his passing.
Wrestling, but I try hard. That's my style. Try hard. I think I've learned some important things. I've learned that by competing against, you cannot become better unless you compete against the best. That's very important. And you have to try and try and try and be very persistent in order to reach a goal. Don't give up. No matter what it might be that you're trying to do, don't give up and don't quit. That's what I've really done.
That was the best advice anybody could get from the hardcore legend himself. And he was awesome. He was awesome. I mean, he loved this show. He came on this show a couple times. He came on a show in York, Pennsylvania. He lasted like I don't know, not even 15 minutes. And then he called us and he gave us the best interview. And he was just really a good guy, and I loved that guy. So it just was a neat. Oh, geez. Oh, there we go. I see what happened now. So NBC blocked our video because it contains something. All right. Well, now I know why you're having issues getting the video. So I wonder what. It must have been something with the. Interesting. I think I'm going to stop the show and start the show again, just so that people can watch it. I just kind of found that really odd. I didn't know that there was an issue. So I'm going to stop the show for a second, and I'm going to start it again, so that NBC won't be creating an issue for me. So that is really weird. All right. Well, Trash Talking Radio, it should be back. Now I wondered why I wasn't there anymore. So they must have found something. It was probably that stupid footage of Shrek, I would imagine. They actually cut me off because of Shrek. That's freaking awful. Wonder why I could still get in now. I still could get in. Wonder if I can get in now. Let's see if it lets me back in. Let's see what happens here. I'm really curious about this because there's the one. There's the one. There's the other one. Now I'm going to try and get in. I should be able to get back in. Nope, that looks like the same one. That's interesting. They got me on a Shrek thing. Oh, those guys drive me crazy. I mean, I didn't say, that has to be what it is. Maybe I have to invite, no, it has to do with, it went off during the Bob Barker. Huh. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I totally ripped off. I totally ripped off MSNBC for that. Oh, they took it off on that? That's stupid. It's funny because it got past the YouTube censors and got hit with the with the Facebook police. And usually the Facebook police don't bother me, so that's kind of funny. Oh man. Okay, well now I know what sin I created, and now I'll get a letter from them saying you have to eliminate it. That's what it is, because I took their feed so that people could see who Bob Barker was, and just as funny that they made it past the censors till that point. Oh man, I should have just did Bob Barker the other way. I should have done it the way I did Terry Funk, because I couldn't get past the censors on Terry Funk. Oh jeez. All right, so we had Steve Harwell of Smash Mouth, we had Jimmy Buffett, we had Bob Barker, we have Bray Wyatt, and we have Terry Funk. So there are 5 people that all died within the last 2 weeks. So, all right. Well, now I know what's going on. Now I know why they did it, and it makes sense because I just got something from the people at, what's this? What the fuck? Oh, okay, I didn't get anything from her. Okay. Didn't understand, because I have no co-host, and I have no co-host that told me why they weren't going to be here. Shoot. This freaking is driving me crazy. So what happened was they made me change my password. And when they made me change my password, nothing works anymore because it's all looking at the old password. So as fun as that is, let's see here. Now I got to see if I'm back in. Oh, now I got all the things that said that it didn't work. It's nice that they told me that that's what they did. Okay, now I've got the wrong. Okay, so I got to hit this. Now I'm back. Okay, so now I'm back at the right thing. Oh, well. Oh, well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Today I happen to lose. And now I got the NBC Creative Content Protection blocked your video because it may contain a copyright match. Ooh. You know, I wonder how they do that, how they can figure out someone stealing their stuff. And just kind of freaky that they can do that, but that's kind of scary that they have that power, that they can figure it all out. But, yeah, whatever, you know. They caught me. I'm a derelict. I'm on the run from the NBC police. So, all right, back on. Okay, so we're back. All right, now let's see here. All right, let's get to the next thing. Goodbye, Terry Funk. It's a shame. I really felt that one hurt the most because we had such a relationship with him. And that was kind of sad. But I mean, Terry Funk had been sick for quite a while, and it was only a matter of time. Now, here's a weird thing. So, Jimmy Buffett, he died. He had been fighting skin cancer for 4 years. And according to Us Magazine, it metastasized and turned into full-blown cancer and killed him. I mean, that to me is freaky. I mean, who would have ever thought that you would die from skin cancer? But he did, of all the things to die from. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, I guess you can die from skin cancer. I mean, I'd never really heard of it. I don't go out in the sun too much, so I don't usually worry about skin cancer. But, yeah, that was kind of weird. Okay, put this. Now let's see here. Now let's see. All right, so we got the new link of this. And I got to put this out. That's why that it didn't have, that's just freaking weird that they wouldn't let me. Okay, go, come on. This thing's going slow. Gotta try this again. Yeah. Okay, so they actually do use new links then. Okay. Okay. What am I doing? Oh yeah, now. So, here we go. All right, and then, so that was interesting to hear. And then, of course, like I said, Bray Wyatt died because he potentially didn't use his defibrillator. And Bob Barker died because, well, he was 99. That's a good reason to die. But the, here's the article that I own, Bray Wyatt. Wasn't wearing the defibrillator. And the doctor said you should wear this defibrillator. I can't say it, but you should wear it anyway, even if I can't say it. But, yeah, that's got to be crazy. I mean, Mike Rotunda's, you know, what, he's got to be in his late 60s, I would guess. Or maybe not, I don't know. But still, it's got to be hard to lose your son over that. And he also has his other son, what was his name? Yeah, he was a wrestler too. He is a wrestler. And wasn't quite like Bray. And then he has a daughter. His daughter's name is Michaela, spelled like Michael with an A. And you know, she's it's such a shame. I mean, that's I keep thinking about that, and I keep thinking how lucky I am, because I could have died any number of times. I've cheated death at least 4 times, and I made it through. And here's this guy here, didn't over that stupid COVID. COVID is horrible. So, all right, so that's that. That's Bray. And so the person that got the, let's see who got, I think Trish got the points. Of course, I don't know if she's even with the show anymore, because she didn't show up, and she didn't call me, and she didn't tell me anything. So she may have walked out. Okay, that's what we said. There's the page that showed that wasn't there. Okay. Now I'm back. Okay. Now what was I doing? I forget what I was doing. Darn it. Oh, yeah. Checking to see if, I'm pretty sure it was Trish that won the points, though. So let's take a look at the spreadsheet. All right, go to the thing here, my files, and let's pull up the spreadsheet. There we go. Bob Barker, yes, it was under Trish. So she got 110 minus 99. She got 11 points. So point Trish. Okay, got to change the, there we go. And 110 minus 99 equals 11. She's on the board. So there we go. All right. So that is that. Let's move on to the next thing. Oh, this also was something I wanted to watch. Let's see here. I forget what this is. What was this? There was something here I wanted to bring up. Oh, that's the, okay. So that's the, see, I'm really confused. Maybe invite me. Okay. All right. So I'm thinking of writing a TV show, and I came up with an idea. So the show is going to be called, okay, I just did it today. I got to remember what I called it. The show is called Three's a Crowd, Four's a Comedy. So what the show is that it's three actresses that are trying to break into the business, and me living in one place. And each of the actresses has their own little quirks, and I have my own little quirk. So the actresses are Maggie, a Latino, and a little carefree. The closest you can think of for her is if you saw Three's Company, she would be the ditzy one, but she's not really ditzy, but she's feisty and ditzy. Then we have Tina. She is the smart one, the brain, but she also is a little, she's also funny when you least expect it. Then there's Marcia. She is the cynical one. She's the one that questions everything. Why do I have two drinks open? Jeez, I'm not paying attention to anything. She is the funny one. She's the cynical, but she always sees the other side of the coin. And then there's me. I'm the grumpy old man. And we got stuck living together, and we all have to figure things out. And the first episode is us figuring out who we are and everything, and it's pretty funny. The second episode is Maggie disappears, and we got to figure out where's Maggie. We're all worried about Maggie, except that Maggie's not really worried about Maggie because Maggie's out having fun. It's going to be interesting to see how this works, but I'd like to actually film an episode and see how it looks and see how we work together. And I might pursue trying to sell this show too, because this show too could actually be pretty interesting. But yeah, actually, the first episode we find that Maggie is taking salsa lessons, and so it centers a little bit around her, and we find out that I'm a conspiracy theorist, which couldn't be further from the truth, but it adds to the thing. And I'm also a grumpy old man, which is true. That's what I am. And so it's actually going to be interesting that it's the show's going to be really interesting, I think. Oh, you're back in the other one. You're back in the other room, I think. Points. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're back. Okay, so now you're back in Facebook. All right. But anyway, this is going to be an interesting show. Oh, by the way, this is an animation I made a long time ago, and I never used it for anything because I didn't really know what I was going to use it for. But you can't see the floor, unfortunately, but the floor says Trash Talking Radio presents a news video. And I guess I need to move the screen up a little or take the thing out, but the guy is the janitor, I guess. But, yeah. All right, anyway, time to go on to the next thing. All right. I guess the show starts now. Let's see. Movies. Box office. It is, who's the big winner? I think it's, the winner is Equalizer, I think, right now. The top movie this weekend, which is, no, looks like Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo? Yeah. Oh, well, that's interesting. Huh. Gran Turismo did, well, then wait a minute, that doesn't show September. Oh, I guess they considered, hold on a sec. I just saw a Brady Bunch thing. Brady Bunch star files restraining order against her boyfriend's estranged wife. Jeez. Oh, wait. This is Olivia. Movie star Olivia Hack is obtaining a court order. Now, who the freak is Olivia Hack? Olivia Hack, who played Cindy Brady in the 1990s film. Oh, well, that doesn't count. The only people that count are the original Brady Bunch people. Anyway, I heard that this past weekend the big film was Equalizer, and that was interesting because it's the second or third Equalizer, and it had the highest of all the Equalizers that were out there. Okay, next. Wait, maybe that'll tell me. Will this tell me? There we go, Equalizer. There it is. At 34 million. Barbie's still in there at 10 million. Blue Beetle is at 7 million. Gran Turismo is at 6 million. Where'd they get that number? That was a big number. Oh wow, Barbie's already at $609 million. That's crazy. I saw Oppenheimer over the weekend. Oppenheimer is really interesting because it's a true story about the crew of people that made the hydrogen bomb and how the government moved them to their own little area so that they could make this bomb. And after they used the bomb on Japan, they went after the guy in charge of the bomb and called him a communist sympathizer and tried to lynch him, basically. And it was really good. It was really long, but it was really good. I didn't realize it was a 3-hour movie till I was an hour and a half into it. But it was based on fact. And boy, that scares me that the government would try to do that they would try to get a guy that was being loyal to the country to put all the wrongdoings on him. So that was really strange. All right, next. Getting here. NFL legend Tom Brady is back in the news, and he makes his official Fox debut as a college football, or debut for college football after a $375 million deal, all but ending the NFL unretiring talk. $375 million. That's just unbelievable. I would love to have a deal like that for something that I love to do anyway. And it's like, oh, by the way, I already mentioned it, that Jimmy Buffett was a billionaire. A billionaire. That's freaking crazy that he had $1 billion from his empire. That's a man that knows his business. Anyway, his family's never going to have to work. Okay, so anyway, Tom Brady, it says NFL legend Tom Brady has made his official broadcasting debut for Fox Sports, signing a $375 million deal with the network last year. 45-year-old Brady appearance all but confirms the 7-time Super Bowl winner's retirement from the NFL. Yeah, give me $375. at $375 million, I won't work again. I promise you. He initially retired in 2022, changed his mind to play one more season with the Buccaneers. He would retire February for a second time after the turbulent season. 46-year-old signed a $375 million 10-year deal. So that's only $37 million a year. How could he live on that? That's horrible. So anyway, it talks about it. It's just, I'm happy for Tom Brady. I'm not happy for me because I didn't get that kind of money. Then we got All Elite Wrestling, who's trying to compete with WWE, is doing a really crazy job of putting out pay-per-views. They put out a pay-per-view the week before I left. Was it the week before I left? No, it was the week I left. Okay, they did it on my birthday, which was a Sunday, and they did one the next Sunday. So they did the one on my birthday, they did in Wembley Stadium in England. Then last week, they did one in Chicago. That's some big bucks spent on pay-per-views. So hopefully they made their money back. And it looked like they packed in Wembley. I've not seen Wembley that packed in. Well, we haven't seen a wrestling event in Wembley Stadium since British Bulldog and Bret Hart. So that's that's like 25 years that they've had before since they had wrestling there. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good card, and the one in Chicago was pretty good too. But the big deal about that is that the top star of AEW was fired, and the top star is CM Punk. Now, this isn't the first time there's been an issue. So CM Punk had a problem with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega last time. So he got suspended. And now he had a problem with Jack Perry, which was Luke Perry's son. If you follow the, what was the name of the show? 90210. That was Luke Perry in that show. Well, his son, and Luke Perry died a couple of years ago, but his son became a wrestling person when AEW started. And actually, he's pretty good. So AEW fires top star CM Punk with cause. So apparently, I don't know if CM Punk wanted out of his contract or why he acted like this, but it says AEW on Saturday announced that it fired top star CM Punk with cause after AEW's investigated an accident that occurred, or an incident that occurred at its all-in pay-per-view last Sunday at Wembley Stadium in London. Punk and fellow AEW wrestler Jack Perry, the son of actor Luke Perry, reportedly got into a physical altercation during the pay-per-view event. AEW statement, which was issued on Twitter, or X, said Punk's wrestling and employment contracts have both been terminated. Following the investigation, the AEW Discipline Committee met and later convened with outside legal counsel before making a unanimous recommendation to Tony Khan that CM Punk be terminated with cause. Now, some say, I don't know if it's true or not, some say that Punk was trying to get fired so he could go back to the WWE. Other people say, well, that's never going to happen because CM Punk has been an issue since he left WWE and probably will not be going back there. I don't know. I don't know the truth because I don't know anything about it. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I hate to see CM Punk gone, but if he's going to be an issue, then he should be gone. That's the way it is. And CM Punk still has the acting gig on the show The Heels, which he is actively in. So, actually, I haven't watched that in a couple of weeks. I'm behind. That's a good show, by the way, because the characters on there are believable, and it's a wrestling show that actually is credible to a certain degree. Let's see, that was that. Then we say, okay, so Trump is in the news again, as usual. When isn't he in the news? The indictments, this is crazy. Trump indictments spark wave of endorsements from rappers. Of all people, I would never expect rappers to like him. But for some reason, these rappers are jumping on the bandwagon. And I can't explain it. All I know is that it's happening. So, yeah, let's see here. I wish this computer would just be a little faster. Okay. Are we done? Okay, we are. Okay. So, some of the biggest names in the rap game are backing former President Trump, his 2024 presidential run, with pledging their allegiance and their skin to the GOP's in wake of the glaring mugshot. This is just a weird thing, because I just read before the show started that Trump got in trouble for making his mugshot available on T-shirts and stuff, and that was a copyright infringement. I can't imagine that being a copyright infringement because it's his own face, but you never know. Chicago rapper Badman Kevo did his best to give Trump a leg up this week. Every time that something happens to him, he gets more points in the in the polls. Like, people are just, he'll be the first president that could theoretically, Trump could be the first president that is president from a jail cell. I don't know. Go figure. But that could happen. That could happen, depending how this all works out. And I don't know how he's going to get out of it. So he is a businessman. He's willing to sell his soul, if he didn't already. He probably did already. So, yeah, I just think it's funny that no matter what he does, no matter what trouble he gets in, he comes out better than ever, because somebody's going to say, yay, we want Trump. I don't know. I mean, unfortunately, there's nobody out there. There's nobody out there. Maybe that new guy, the new Republican guy, but I don't know. All the people that I've seen that are running do not impress me at all. And I don't think the new guy could handle presidency, because he doesn't give me I know he is willing to learn, but I don't know if we want somebody willing to learn to run the business. I don't know. All right. Parrot Heads mourn the death of Margaritaville's maestro Jimmy Buffett. Again, this guy's a billionaire. Just hard to believe that anybody could have $1 billion playing music. I mean, I guess it's possible because, he's been around forever, but I just wouldn't have expected him to be one. I mean, I did see him in concert, and I actually changed my views on him after I saw him in concert, because he turned out to be pretty interesting to watch. And actually more interesting than him to watch is to watch his fans, because his fans are diehard. I mean, I just have never seen, I've never seen people that into anybody, but his fans are diehards, and he just, like, they know the words of every song that he sings, and they sing along and they play along. I mean, that's the perfect audience. You can't turn back. They're great. That kind of audience is awesome. Now, I, on the other hand, am practicing with a new band this Sunday. The first time we're getting together, and I'm all excited about that. I think it'll be awesome to get out there and see what I can do. It'll be fun. It'll be definitely awesome to go out there and do what I really love to do. And to me, there's nothing better. There's nothing better than to be able to play and have fun and, and be with people that want you to do well. I mean, that seems to be the problem I was having before, is that some of the guys just do not want to see you thrive. So, all right, next thing. Where's it at? Okay, next category. Where am I going to start here? I guess we could start at the bottom. Oh, there it is. Darn it, they're in here, so I can't do that one. I can't do that one either. I had planned on 2 segments have had people interacting with me, and I don't have anybody interacting with me now. So it kind of sucks, because I want to do these 2 stories. So I wonder if I could do this anyway. All right, I'm going to do this, even though there aren't a ton of people watching. Do you know, I got to be able to see this. Unfortunately, I can't see the writing. Got to make the screen bigger. All right. So there's a boy, I can't even think straight. A quiz on Labor Day. What is your Labor Day skills? What year did Labor Day become a national holiday? What year did Labor Day become a national holiday? Question's simple. No, it's not. I didn't have a clue. The answer to this question is 1894. If you said any year but that, you're wrong. Which month do many countries celebrate their Labor Day? But you didn't know this is not just the United States thing. What month do many countries celebrate Labor Day? The answer is May. In the U.S., Labor Day is a day to honor what? What is Labor Day to honor in the U.S.? This is like a class. You're going to learn something if you're not careful. And if you say anything but the American labor movement, you're wrong. Number 4, what is the name of the 1886 nationwide labor strike which demanded the implementation of standard 8-hour workdays? I'll read that again. What is the name of the 1886 national labor strike which demanded the implementation of a standard 8-hour workday? The answer, the Great May Labor Strikes. And lastly, what U.S. president signed the bill that made Labor Day a national holiday? What U.S. president signed the bill that made Labor Day a national holiday? President Grover Cleveland. So there you go. There's your Labor Day questionnaire and answer error. So, all right. Here we go. Stories of the day. Man arrested for allegedly letting his 10-year-old drive truck on an Arizona freeway. Yep, that's good parenthood. It says here, a father's in custody after reportedly letting his 10-year-old drive his truck. First off, a 10-year-old, geez. I can't imagine. I didn't get behind a car, a wheel of a car, till I was 15. So That's good fatherhood there. Says here, KPHO reports the Arizona Department of Public Safety responded to a 911 call about a boy seen driving a red truck on a Loop 101 around 3:30 in the afternoon. Oh man, why didn't that work? What's going on here? Hey, why are you not letting me? You're not going to do it, are you? Why are you not doing it? Why is X not giving the right info here? There it is. Okay. The caller said the truck was weaving and speeding, heading west towards Scottsdale Road. The Department of Public Safety trooper found the truck and tried to stop it after seeing the driver changing lanes unsafely. The driver failed to stop, and DPS started chasing the truck and eventually pulled over in the emergency lane. I can just imagine seeing a 10-year-old, you know. The trooper confirmed that the boy was driving and that his father, 49-year-old Alvaro Ovando Alvarez, was in the passenger seat. Ovando Alvarez was arrested for endangerment, having an open container of alcohol, and unlawfully permitting a minor to drive. The department says that the child is not facing any charges. It's going to go on his permanent record, though. That's crazy. I remember one time, and the only time I ever got in trouble for alcohol, I was like 20, maybe 21, and I was cruising with my friend and two girls, and we decided we were going to do the circuit, which was just a circle that you run around in Harrisburg, just driving around because you have nothing better to do in 1980 or whatever year it was. And we got pulled over, and I had an open container that I wasn't drinking. It was one of the other people in the car. Actually, the other three people were drinking. And we were all kind of underage. I think I might have been 21, but I think I was 20. It was somewhere around there. Anyway, me and the other guy got fined, and the girls got off. That was not quite fair. And I was getting fined because I had an open container in my car, even though I wasn't drinking. So, shows you how the people work around Pennsylvania. Stay away from Pennsylvania. Anyway. Yeah, that's done. Next one. Oh, yeah. This next one's a doozy. Firefighter steps in. Ooh, I can't read today. Firefighter steps in to stop a man from abusing his dog. That person should be just shot. There should be nothing that we shouldn't save a guy that's going to abuse a dog, because there's just no way the dog deserves that. Stop opening windows. Thank you. Anyway, the story is Florida man's accused of striking a dog and tightening the strap around the animal's head, pulling it before a firefighter intervened. Well, thankfully that firefighter was there, and they should have beat the living daylights out of him. Should have put the noose around his neck, and just crazy. Anthony Victor Dillon, 46, of Fort Myers, was arrested Friday and charged with animal abuse, including torture, inflicting pain, and serious physical injury, according to Lee County Sheriff's Office. According to the police report, he was inside his office on Thursday when he observed Dillon with a bicycle attached to a trailer. Manning told the police officers that he saw Dylan take the black dog named Bob out of the trailer, strike it on the television, according to the television station. Dylan then allegedly put an orange strap around the animal's head, tightening its collar and striking it in the head twice. Manning said he intervened and got Dylan to stop. Firefighters brought water and ice to cool the dog down. The dog was taken to an animal hospital for treatment. Bob has a long road to recovery, in part from the abuse he was dealt, along with suffering from heat stroke. Dog's expected to make a full recovery. Police arrested Dylan, and he was taken to the county jail. Good. Bail was set at $10,000, and Dylan's scheduled to appear in court October 2nd. So that's good. Someone should just definitely knock that guy out. Someone should put the strap around his head and beat on him a little bit. Let him know how it feels. I just don't understand how anybody can do that to an animal, especially a dog. Dogs are cool. All right, then we got, oh, here's another one. Jeez. This is so weird. Pair who filmed themselves torturing a raccoon with a sword, a garden rake, and a hammer until the animal died in extreme physical pain shared the video, and they get a stay in jail. Short stay in jail, but it's still a stay. A shockingly incident of animal cruelty has ended with 2 Illinois men sentenced. Oh, this is a man? Oh. Huh. I wouldn't have guessed that was a man. In June 2022, a helpless raccoon was attacked by 2 men who filmed the violence and then shared the animal's snuff video on social media, even directly sending the horrific footage to some people. Daniel Carey was arrested. He was 19, was arrested in 2022 on 2 counts of animal torture and 1 count of disorderly conduct, according to the McHenry County Circuit Court. His accomplice, Nathan Weber, was arrested on 1 count of each animal torture, depiction of animal cruelty, disorderly conduct. The incident occurred in Huntley, a medium-sized suburban village that straddles McHenry and Kane counties and is part of a broader Chicago metropolitan area. In the footage, Carey tortured the raccoon by stabbing it with a sword, ultimately impaling the poor creature. Before dying, impaled by what the authorities termed as a cutlass-style sword or large knife, the 2 men took turns torturing the raccoon. Man, that's just... How sick are you at freaking 19 that you got to do that? I don't know. I don't get it. In the video, Weber pins the animal down with a garden rake, causing it to suffer for a prolonged amount of time. The complaint reportedly says then Carey inflicts extreme physical pain on the highly intelligent social animal, whose name it in various languages derives from familiar hand motions, by hitting its head with a hammer. Casey reportedly strikes the raccoon in the head with a hammer, causing it severe agony. And it says here the suspects were arrested roughly a month after the slaying and shared on social media, court records show. They were released after posting 10% of their $20,000 bonds. Both men pleaded not guilty. How could you plead not guilty after it being on video? Jeez. They requested jury trials. They face 5 years of prison. I hope they go to prison for longer because they requested a trial. In the plea deal, Carey ultimately had his 2 felony counts reduced to a Class A misdemeanor charge of cruelty to animals. Weber had 1 felony count pleaded down to 1 Class A misdemeanor, and the sentences were accepted. Nathan did a lot of soul searching, especially with the help of his parents. His parents should be ashamed of themselves too. The judge also noted that Davis was said to be said it was important that he took responsibility for his actions and he understood what he did wrong. No kidding. In April, Weber was sentenced to 10 days in county jail, 240 hours of community service. On August 31st, Carey was sentenced to 60 days in jail and 18 months of probation. He was complete 240 hours of community service. Still not going to save the raccoon. Oh, it just makes me sick. I don't understand how anybody could do that. Then we got the Loch Ness Monster was photographed twice in less than a week. Now, I don't, I think about people that believe in the Loch Ness Monster, and most of them I don't think are very convincing as far as the Loch Ness Monster happening, being real. And all the pictures always show it. See the little head there? They always show a little itty-bitty head. And they never get a clear picture of it for some reason. I mean, with today's technology, with today's photography equipment, you can get really good pictures. Even if you, just with your iPhone nowadays, you can get a really good picture. So, I don't know. Yeah, that picture, she needs to get a better phone if she's going to claim it was real. Okay. So, I don't know. I don't believe in the Loch Ness Monster. I think, if anything, it's mistake. If you believe that it's an animal, it's not the Loch Ness Monster. It's probably some eel or something. So it was reputedly spotted by a second person the same week that a shutterbug snapped what has been hailed to be the most exciting photo ever. Let's see what the most exciting photo ever is. Hopefully it'll be there. All right, let's see this most exciting photo. Come on up. No, I didn't see a most exciting photo. Let's see if this is a video that we can watch. Well, come on, do something. What's going on? Well, it's not very good. Doesn't seem to work. Loch Ness Monster probably forced them to take the picture down. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Let's see if it has sound. Oh, of course not. Okay, it's a 12-year-old kid. Okay, I don't. Oh wait, that's in 2018. In 2018, 12-year-old Charlotte Robinson snapped a shot of the supposed beast while on a family trip to the Loch Ness Highland Lodges. You know, that's just a freaking thing to get people to go there. Let's see here. Okay, this comes after photographer Chai Kelly shared her pictures of an alleged underwater animal while having lunch on the banks of the lake in 2018. Well, that could be rocks. Doesn't look like anything. Why don't you people, you got a camera in your hand. Why couldn't that be a good camera? Get a zoom lens. You can get all kinds of things. Let's see what it does now. And this is 2018. Why is it just coming out now? Gary Campbell, who runs Loch Ness Monster Sighting Register, says 2 2018 sightings are proof the creature exists. No, it's proof that you have 2 crazy people that want it to exist, but it's not real. According to the official Loch Ness Monster Sightings Register, there have been a total of around 1,148 sightings of Nessie. But see, now they had a big camera there. Why can't they capture a big picture of her? You would think that they would have a better camera than that. Oh, what'd I do? Hey, I don't have what's going on here? Okay, there we go. Okay, show me a good picture. You're telling me that in all these years, the thousands of years that this has been supposedly a thing, that nobody has got a clear picture of the Loch Ness Monster. And the date on this is 2023. Why is it that this is 2018 we're talking about? We couldn't have any new pictures of this. I didn't realize that this was that old. And this is not. That could be a tree stump coming out of there. Yeah, I can't buy it. Nope, not going to buy it. Somebody have a real picture of it. And I don't trust you, little girl. I don't see anything that even possibly looks like a freaking Loch Ness Monster. And that could be anything. That could be anything. Could be a fat person out there doing a belly, one of those backstrokes or something. Since it was spinning and rolling at times, we never saw the neck or the head because it doesn't have one. I'm sure there's people that do that. Now look, tell me, she doesn't have come on, you have a real camera. Why can't you get real pictures? Jeez. I don't know. But with that being said, 17 things you didn't know about the Loch Ness Monster are my next thing. What do you think you don't know about the Loch? Well, first off, the first thing I do know about, it doesn't exist. The Loch Ness Monster does not exist. Because if it did, we'd have a clear picture of it. And this is just stupid. Looks like if I put my finger up like this, that's what you got. It's somebody's hand. They had the lighting. Just look how clear this all is. This is all clear here. But when it comes to taking a picture of an animal, you can't ever find it. So I don't really believe that Loch Ness Monster exists. And if you do, well, that's really cool. Nessie, Just, I can't get this thing to go any faster. Shall we go faster? Okay, now we got Facebook. Anyway, so I truly believe the Loch Ness Monster is a farce and has always been a farce. And it says, and Columbia, let's see here, it says, the sightings go way back. Okay, here's the 12 things you didn't know about the Loch Ness Monster. Sightings go back a long way. In the summer of 586, Irish abbot Saint Columba saw a beast about to attack a man swimming along the Loch Ness shore and commanded it to go back with all speed. It did. And Columba was credited with saving a man's life and performing a miracle. It was also to be the first ever sighting of the Loch Ness Monster. Number 2, the most famous photo is a fake. Well, no kidding, it's all fake. In 1934, London surgeon Dr. Robert Kenneth Wilson was exploring a new road near the loch when he snapped an image of a creature with an elonged neck bobbing in the water. In the 1990s, however, a chap named Christian Spurting came forward with an admission. Apparently his stepfather, the marvelously named Marmaduke, Wetherall, added a wooden neck to a toy submarine and snapped the shot. Doesn't even look, well, I guess I could see that as being a submarine. Because Marmaduke had previously been exposed as a Loch Ness Monster hoaxer, he used the stuffed hippo feet to prove the creature came ashore. He felt his credibility to be somewhat lacking, and he convinced the more respectable Dr. Wilson to take the lead. Wilson made 100 pounds off the shots from the London Daily Mail, but didn't want his name associated with it. So it was simply called Surgeon's Photograph. So what could it be? The most likely animal could be lake sturgeon. What? The most likely animal could be lake sturgeon, which could weigh hundreds of kilos and have a distinctive hardened plates on the spines. But you know, as destructive as human beings are, if this thing actually existed, they would have killed it and dragged it out of the water just to prove their point. But then again, paleontologist Neil Clark also pointed out that many traveling circuses in the area, when the monster was first spotted in the 1930s, had elephants, which loved playing in water. Okay, I could see an elephant. Mountainous reflections in still water, seismic activity, and surfacing trees have also been suggested. What's actually been found down there? During 2009 search, 100,000 submerged golf balls were discovered, but no Loch Ness Monster. The search area was immense. The loch is not only 36 kilometers long and an average of 1.5 kilometers wide, it is also deep, and it contains more water by volume than the rest of every Welsh and English lake combined. She's a moneymaker. According to a 2018 study cited by Scotland's Press and Journal newspaper, the Nessie industry could be worth around $80 million annually to the Scottish community. That's a lot of trips, souvenirs, and overnight visits. It's darkest sin. The peat that consistently washed into the lake from the Scotland's consistent rain makes it visible, makes visibility damn near impossible. We're talking an average of around 10 centimeters, which helps you if you're a shy monster, we guess. Dino might? Oh, I get it.